The Creeks Division was started by a vote of the public to restore natural creek areas in the city of Santa Barbara and to improve surface water quality in the creeks and in the ocean.
And since 2001, the Creeks Division has been doing just that on a small and large scale. The Arroyo Burro Open Space is the site of the city's newest creek restoration project and open space park.
This project really focuses on improving the creekside habitat here. So it's about 4 acres, 1,400 linear feet of the creek will be impacted and improved through this project.
The park is situated in the Arroyo Burro watershed, which spans over 9 square miles and is one of the lesser developed watersheds in the city.
When we talk about creek restoration, what we're talking about is restoring the natural function of the creek system. And so a lot of the creeks in Santa Barbara have been degraded through urban development, agricultural development. The creek channels have been severely eroded because of large volumes of water that run off the streets and off of hard surfaces in the city.
The project will concentrate on a 4-acre area, and the focus will be restoring the creek habitat while improving water quality and creek aesthetics.
We have a number of areas where there's sedimentation and erosion happening, and so we'll be coming in and stabilizing the toe with some large rock, actually shifting the creek over a little bit to reduce the stress that bank feels, and then creating floodplain habitat all on this opposite side of the bank, spreading out and slowing down of flood flows, which allows for infiltration of groundwater, but also the trapment of sediments and nutrients, so you actually get some treatment of that water during high storm events. It also provides for a wider creek zone, so what I call riparian habitat, which is really important ecological habitat adjacent to creeks. So we get pretty much only native tall stature trees along our creek corridors, so sycamores, cottonwoods, which are a really unique habitat for birds, mammals, as well as aquatic resources in the creek channel.
During the restoration, a number of non-native and invasive plants will be removed and replaced with natives.
So there's a number of non-natives on the property. We've got eucalyptus trees, arundo, which is bamboo-like grass species. It's very fast-growing and outcompetes natives, as well as a number of more herbaceous understory non-natives like nasturtium and cape ivy, and things that really just kind of choke out the native understory. So all of those will be targeted for removal as part of the project and restored with native trees and native understory species.
These native plants provide food and habitat for local wildlife. It is important to preserve and restore open spaces in urban areas when possible.
Open space in California just is disappearing rapidly. And in this area, with the property values being what they are, and with the pressures for housing and for development, places like this just disappear, and once they're gone, they're gone. So for future generations and for wildlife, for a number of reasons that I think everybody can appreciate, this parkland here will remain parkland forever.
This beautiful piece of land has not always been a public space.
It was once developed as a golf course. It was used for agricultural purposes. It was the site of a mineral water bottling company at one time, and it was actually approved at one time for a significant size subdivision.
The development was voted down by the community, and the property was purchased by the city's Creeks Division with help from a grant secured by the Trust for Public Lands.
We're fortunate that there was a number of other people in the community who also saw the potentials for open space and preservation.
These projects take a village, certainly. There are a lot of people who are interested and a lot of groups who are interested in preserving this property. And without that type of concerted effort, I don't think we would have had the opportunity to purchase this property.
As part of the grant funding that was received for the acquisition, there is a conservation easement over the property which provides legal protections in perpetuity to ensure that this property will be wild and natural forever.
The community members that we have talked to are very excited by the city taking ownership of this and taking responsibility to restore the creek environment and improve conditions on the property for open space use.